Hello, my Paso lovers. It is time that I start showcasing all of the communities that builders are occupying. And today we're going to start out with Far East El Paso, Tierra de Este 81, 82, 83, and 89. Basically, the Pebble Hills area. The majority of this video is honestly going to be drone footage, aerial views with music over it. That way you can get a feel for what the community actually looks like, how the traffic is, because I know Google Maps just sometimes doesn't do it, and an HD footage of it is going to do it the best for you. I know the struggle you guys are facing moving from out of town, so I really do hope this helps. And of course, I'm going to go over the pros and cons. Let's get right into it. That way we can get to the fun part of looking at the footage. Pro number one of Eastside El Paso is going to be that there is everything there. Everything that the West Side has and then some is going to be in Far East El Paso, East El Paso, grocery stores, hospitals, you name it, shopping centers, Target, all of that. Now, since there's so much on the east side, and a lot of people do like living on the east side, the traffic there is pretty dense. The traffic is probably the worst on Eastside El Paso out of all of El Paso. You ask anybody who lives in Eastside El Paso, the worst thing is going to be the traffic. Now, I don't know where you guys are coming from if you live in Los Angeles, but bad traffic in El Paso is not going to relate to bad traffic in Los Angeles. At most, bad traffic from Far East El Paso to Far West El Paso might take you about an hour to get from one side of the city to another. Now let's go back into another pro, and that's going to be that there are certain communities in those new build east side areas where there are public improvement districts. Tierra de Este 89 is going to have a public improvement district, which means that you're going to have just an overall cleaner neighborhood. There's going to be a sports complex there, which all the homeowners in that area will have free access to, and sheriffs will be more prevalent there. So that's definitely an advantage. A disadvantage is that not all the communities in Far East El Paso, Pebble Hills area are going to have large lots with bigger one-story homes. There's some communities like Tierra de Este 81 that has about 4,000 square foot lots opposed to 7,000 square foot. So you're going to be really close to your neighbors, and there's going to be a lot of two stories there because they have to make up for such a narrow lot. And also putting the garage in the back of the home because some of those homes are on main streets. Now that's not all of the Pebble Hills area, but there are some communities that are like that. The only other important thing that I can tell you about East El Paso is that it's fairly compared to Horizon of El Paso. And a lot of people ask me, Isaac, how do the prices vary from Horizon to East El Paso? And honestly, the question is just, it depends. We have to compare a similar community in Horizon to a similar community in Pebble Hills, Far East El Paso. And it also depends on what builders are building there, because some builders have higher prices and some don't. Some areas of Horizon that are just as desirable as Pebble Hills have smaller homes there in relation to Pebble Hills that they only build larger homes there. So the price per square foot is just all over the place, and it's kind of hard to tell which one is more expensive. That's honestly a whole video in itself. But how about let's go look at this aerial view of the Pebble Hills area. That way you can decide, do I like this area?
you.